All right. Welcome to the Cross Time College Basketball Show. First one of the year, college basketball show with a little bit of college football left. We're going to squeeze the juice out of it, the orange juice out of it for tonight's national championship. CrossRoads Sports, Game Time Network, myself, D-Cot, JB, Isaiah. Gentlemen, happy Monday. How is everybody?
Man, living the MLK dream, man. Off work. Got my four princesses still here. They leave today. Lots of relaxation and eating and getting ready for this evening's hell of a game tonight, man.
JB?
Man, I'm happy with the connectivity, non-connectivity issues that I have this afternoon, man. We worked a little, some midnight and weekend magic to so that, the broadcast wouldn't be interrupted on my end in any way, shape, form of magic. But like, no, man, celebrating MLK just like everybody else who, should be, got, got some, things cooking in the oven and all that, man. So, I also ready to talk some college basketball for sure. For me, it's a basketball world. And, coming off, NFL hangover from last night. I'm sure we'll talk about that as well.
Okay. Isaiah?
I'm doing good. I jumped in a little late, but got right in here before the intro. So I'm excited to talk some college hoops. It'll be fun to talk about. And then, we'll obviously talk a little college football. It'll be good tonight. Should be a good game.
Yep, absolutely. Well, gentlemen, let's dive. I mean, we might as well put a little bow on it and finish her off. College football tonight, national championship, Indiana, Miami. I think the spread's down to 7.5 now. I seen it got up, started at 7, went to 8.5. Now it's down to 7.5. I saw. This could either be a blowout in the Hoosiers' favor, or it could be a nip and tuck game, close one with that Miami defense. And do we get a crazy, old boy Miami quarterback stunner late, possibly? My personal opinion, I put the wagers on. I'm not going to go against Indiana. I haven't gone against them since the Iowa game. And I don't think I'm going to do it here either on the last one. But I think Hoosiers win. I think they cover the 7.5. I do. I think it's close to the first 2 or 3 periods. And then I think I see Signetti making greater changes at the half than what Diaz and the Hurricanes make in that. And all about that, the playmaker, right? D-Cot, we talked about it last week, that wide receiver, D-Cot, the Travis Hunter, you could say, of Miami, had just how crazy that he could turn a game. But, yeah, I think Hoosiers, I think they cover this game. I think Hoosiers get the championship, undefeated season. We'll go D-Cot next.
That would be great. Like we talked about before too. I definitely want Indiana to bring it to hardware home, right? First university in the modern day era for both basketball and football to go undefeated champions, especially in college football. It's even a greater feat at 16 games. I'm old enough to remember when the season ended at 11 games. So now you're talking 16. So, kudos to the Hoosiers. I think it's going to be a closer game. I think number 10 for Miami, his name, I've been remembering his name and remember now I forgot his name, but he is an absolute difference maker. They're going to try to get him in space. And I'm telling you now, if the Hoosiers don't bracket him, he's going to create some problems for the Hoosiers all night long.
JB?
And, man, obviously I took the Hoosiers, man. Signetti and company have not lost a game. You cannot say about that on the other side with the other team in the Miami Hurricanes, man. They have lost games, and even those games, of course, in the far in the rear view, that is what, I expect a team like IU to kind of focus on. They cannot make a mistake. Even though Carson Beck, he kind of put a zinger out there, a media zinger. He told some reporter asked him, like, his preparation. He's like, man, I graduated 2 years ago. So, so he's played Carson Beck, we know, transfer from Georgia, all the time. He's played in a whole lot of, big games, man. So I expect, at least from his angle, to be, prepared, man, because this is probably his last chance to get anything on tape as far, as far as like, what the scouts, his next level, his next, quarterback, wherever he plays at next professionally. So, but man, I took the Hoosiers just because just not because I'm an Indiana homer or anything like that, just because, you know what I'm saying, they've beaten better teams. They're undefeated, and they've beaten better quality teams, man. So I don't think, you know what I'm saying, they've had fans all around, of course, Indiana kind of say, you know what I'm saying, think that the Cincinnati and company is going, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be the same set of circumstances like they did against Oregon, or, you know what I'm saying, some of these other belt to ass, you know what I'm saying, victories that they had through the course of the season. I don't necessarily think you get a three or more scores up on the Miami Hurricanes, but I think the Hoosiers can score, can get 2 up on them for sure. So I'm going with the Hoosiers, and I think it's going to be a 2-score affair.
Let me ask you this: does it make you nervous? You talked about Miami's lost games; they had a couple clunkers here. IU really hasn't had their clunker of a game. Does it make you nervous that this could be they're due for a clunker, or are you feel that they've kind of had those close ones that they've overcame it and all tracks, all roads on the track are going correctly?
Yeah, I that's what you call it a clunker, that daggone Penn State game that they didn't want to, it was almost a nightmare for them. They probably wouldn't necessarily been a higher seed in this position. So like, no, I think, you bring up a good point, Brandon. It's kind of alluding to the fact that they haven't had any, the IU, this team hasn't had any real, like when they were down, they haven't never necessarily been down in the fourth quarter. They haven't experienced any type of attrition. So I don't think, Brandon, to be quite honest, man, it will be a tight game, maybe to the half for sure. But after that, I think that's where they kind of open it up at.
Okay. Isaiah?
I think it's going to be a good one. I doubted IU multiple weeks ago when they played Oregon in the regular season. I'm not going to doubt them this time around. I think IU is going to win the game tonight. And I think, after the Pacers mishap, the Fever mishap, the Colts mishap, I think hopefully tonight we break what has felt like a curse for the last 12 months, and we can break this curse, and we can celebrate for the next 24 hours or the next whole college football season next year. So I hope the Hoosiers can bring it home, and I'm nervous. I'm definitely nervous for sure. Like I said, I hope Mendoza's just sitting down and they've got him wrapped in like bubble wrap in a mummy type-esque way, because that's going to be the guy tonight. He's going to have to get it done. So I'm excited, and I hope he plays well.
Okay. Hey, and another thing, I think we all kind of want to see the Big Ten win their third straight national championship, and just it puts a little pressure on the guy in the upper right-hand corner of my screen.
Hey, look, man, for the 9,366 times, the only team in the SEC I like is Bama. I don't subscribe to the SEC is a better conference and Big Ten. I think SEC has more talent. Well, there's no thinking, it's a fact. You can argue with the NFL. Don't argue with me on that. Just look at the statistics there. But with that said, hey, if the Big Ten wins this game, that'll be a big win for those of us here in the state of Indiana and those Hoosiers for sure.
What does it do for the ACC though if they finally get a national championship since the Clemson days? Does it do anything for the conference as a whole?
Damage control for early in the year when they kept saying ACC was nothing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point.
They'll get a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? I respect them. Let's make sure that's because I respect the ACC, but they'll get, as far as football is concerned, they'll get a little bit more, I guess, credit. Like the next time they, you know what I'm saying, we're talking, will they get another team in for sure? If Miami wins, they get all the money. They get
all the money, yeah.
They ain't got to share with other ACC.
That's
games.
Motivation. Now talk about some motivation. Yeah. I'm sure the players gonna get a little bit of cut out of that too. Now that they're professionals, so to speak. I'm sure the players are playing for a little bit of extra tonight as well.
For sure.
Yeah, for sure. Okay. All right. Let me ask you this. I mean, I guess the spreads went back down, but how high would it have to be for you to take Miami?
8.5, like I took. I think it's going to be a closer game. I still think Indiana wins, but 8.5 with that hook, that's a big hook, man.
I'm not the biggest bettor, so I can't give a fair opinion on it. But
all right, here's an easier question. Maybe it's easy, maybe it's harder. Who has the more memorable post-game speech on an IU win, Mendoza or Signetti?
Mendoza.
Easy.
When he's gonna say we're flipping national champions, and then he'll go on something else. He'll say Miami's a great team, and it'll be a great speech. And social media will, you'll see the positives, more positive than you'll see negative. Obviously, there'll be the haters there, but I'm excited to see the speeches as a whole. And then I think Signetti said it best. At the press conference, well, him and the Miami coach both, they were just like, we'll be national champions. Hopefully Signetti gives us a better reaction when the moment happens, if the moment happens, right? So it's going to be interesting to see what happens tonight.
I like his reactions. I like.
I do too.
I like his stoic, all business. I like it. I mean, and I hope he continues to be that way tonight after a Hoosier victory.
Hey man, be careful what y'all wish for, man. I think the Buffalo Bills didn't already call Kurt Signetti.
Oh, there we go.
It's a cold day. It's a cold day. You get fired. On it's Black Monday, man. It's a cold day. It's a real Black Monday. You feel me? But like
that was a nothing burger. Nothing burger.
Yeah. I
don't hey, somebody gonna get called up, and like all these defensive offensive coordinators that's getting interviewed, and Mike McCarthy ain't gonna get no job. So somebody from the college ranks is going to get a call. This is what I'm sticking to that for sure.
A call, but I don't know if they get a job.
I saw Sig said yesterday or day before yesterday that he had made up his mind some time ago that the NFL wasn't going to be for him. And I got to take the man for his word, because everything at this point that he said, he's done it. And I see no reason for a 63-year-old coach who gave up $300,000 to be a wide receivers coach in Alabama, to go to a Division II school, to then say, I'm going to the NFL. He's at $14 million.
Hey, if Manny Diaz, if you're the Dolphins, man, hey, he's a Hurricane today, Dolphin on next Monday.
I can see that definitely closer than Sig leaving for sure.
Yeah.
So we'll see. College basketball, gentlemen, it is that time where everybody's starting to turn the leaf after tonight to college b-ball. The superiority of the Big Ten Conference, as DCOT will learn once again, doesn't matter what sport it is, the superiority. The rankings are out, new AP pool. So here's your top 10. Arizona 1, UConn 2, Michigan 3, Purdue 4, Duke is 5, Houston 6. The surprise team of the year, you can say right now, Nebraska at 7.
Undefeated.
Gonzaga 8. Iowa State loses and drops all the way to 9. I thought that was crazy, dropping all the way to 9, personally. And then the Spartans of Michigan State, number 10. As we look at that and we start to hit the stride in conference action, first storyline, what's one of your top storylines, DCOT, that you're looking forward to as we turn the page to college b-ball?
Man, I'm liking Arizona. I'm liking everything that they're looking like right now. I think Koa Pete is going to continue to rise in the second half of this season. I think he's going to be a man amongst boys. And I look for Koa Pete to put his stamp on the Pac-12, 14, 17, wherever the number they are right now. And I just think that Arizona, while undefeated, have the most complete team. They may not be the most talented from 1 to 10, but I think they're most complete and led by Koa Pete. I'm a big Arizona guy. Seen them a couple times, start to finish. Very impressed.
Okay. John?
You said one story?
I said, give me one of them. I know you got plenty.
One of them, man. You got to like what you like out of the Miami Redbirds, you know what I'm saying, and out of the MAC. You know what I'm saying? Finally got ranked. I've been banging on the door for them when they was 12-0. Coach Steele kind of came out and said, hey man, we can't get, it's always, man, you can't get guys to play you, you know what I'm saying, the big five, power four, power five to play you. So they finally got ranked. They'll probably cut a swath. They might take a loss, you know what I'm saying. Kent State's a tough out, you know what I'm saying. Ball State at home's always a tough out, but they'll probably cut a swath like none other in MAC play. And still got to win the daggone, the MAC tournament to get into the NCAA tournament. But like, if any mid-major is going to cause any type of stir this year, it will probably be the Miami Redbirds once they kind of transition through their conference play and get into the tournament, because they're making the tournament.
Okay, Isaiah.
Yeah. I wouldn't disagree with that. I think the one thing I've been keeping up on is Butler, because they've been the first 4 out for a couple weeks in a row now. And they're not playing bad. They got to continue to roll. And the Big East has always been a tough conference, obviously with UConn in there and whatnot. But I think if they can continue to roll, I think they'll eventually get into the tournament. The two teams that I am interested in a lot is Texas Tech and BYU, who are 12 and 13 respectively. Obviously, BYU, I don't need to speak much about because we've talked about AJ DeBonta and BYU at length on our show. But Texas Tech has only been a team that has gotten stronger and stronger year over year as a basketball program. And JT Toppin, longest active double-double streak in D1 with 7 straight. So I like what Texas Tech looks like this year. And, there's a lot of teams that I could talk about, but I think particularly those two teams, I think are in decent spots right now. Texas Tech 14-4, BYU 16-2. I think Texas Tech is maybe in a little bit more trouble than BYU is with the 4 losses, but I still like both of them right now.
It's crazy that Kansas is the 6th, maybe 6th best team in the Big 12. I didn't think we'd ever see a time when that was the case.
Yeah,
with them. For me, gentlemen, I'm gonna keep the storyline a little bit close to home here. The Purdue Boilermakers, 17-1. They say if there's ever a year, it's got to be this year, right? You got the Final Four in your home backyard, down the street. Deeper team, I would say, than the team 2 years ago that went to the national championship against UConn where they lost. I think it's a deeper squad. I think they gel a little bit better. They've had some adversity games this year. Obviously, their loss to Iowa State at home was a huge one there, and they got blasted. And then they played some athletic teams. The Bigs against USC were very athletic, and it kind of gave TK or Trey Kaufman-Renn some difficulties there. Boilermakers were down in that game the other night against USC, battled back Saturday night to get a 5-point win on the road there. You like to see it. They got a big one Tuesday at UCLA there at Pauley Pavilion. And then they've got Illinois ranked team, and then obviously the rivalry that always it doesn't matter how good or bad these teams are, it always seems to be you can throw records out with IU playing them Tuesday night, that following Tuesday down in Assembly Hall. So I'm going to say mine is Purdue, because not only for them, because we thought, hey, this would be their year to be that Big Ten powerhouse, but now they got competition. Michigan's looking strong as can be. I think the luck for Purdue is they get to play Michigan at home this year. You only got to play them once, and you got them at home on a Tuesday night in February. I'm going to be at that game covering that one, so I'm definitely looking forward to that one. And then also Nebraska. That's just how good Nebraska. You have to go to Nebraska. I think that's going to be a marquee game on February 10th for Purdue, just to see, how good they are really against the top 10 of the Big Ten, but then also just how good is Nebraska. Can they put a team that's within the top 5 away?
Yeah.
So
I can see that.
It's more. It's not the pain. Like we know, D-Cot likes the SEC, man. It's not that the SEC ain't got good teams. You got a spark. You got some spark plugs down there in Vanderbilt. That's a good team. That's what I'm saying. Even though they took a loss against Florida, they took Florida to the end there. You got go back to the Big Ten. Let's not forget about. I know Iowa took a loss, but they're not going away. Wisconsin hit some buzzer beaters this past couple weeks, and got they beat Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Let us not forget. So you know what I'm saying. This the middle of the pack. The Big Ten ain't necessarily going away. On the struggle bus is the Hoosiers. I'm sorry.
I was going to ask you, what's your thoughts on the Hoosiers?
A good. So you know what I'm saying. I was gonna say DeVore. Sorry, because DeVries.
Same hot seat.
DeVries. You see what I really brought everybody, man. I think what Nebraska is running is what DeVries wants to run once he gets. You know what I'm saying? All his, like a lot of the guys that he kind of brought in are mid-major, you know what I'm saying, super seniors and whatnot, man. I really think like once DeVries gets all his guys that he really wants in, the young talent, or whether it be, you know what I'm saying, Indiana All-Star, McDonald's All-American, or transfer portal players, that's the kind of style they want to play. They are a great jump shooting team at home, but if the shots ain't going in, You know what I'm saying? Shots really don't, you know what I'm saying? You had to be, you know what I'm saying, elite level, Larry Bird, Imani Bates type of, you know what I'm saying, Steph Curry type of shooting on the road to get the kind of what they want to do. So at home, they have a fighter's chance against any whether it be, you know, anybody in the mid part of the Big Ten. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be an uphill battle for IU. They're gonna have to win out, probably win a game or two in the because their Ken Palm is in the tank. And they didn't really schedule anybody, you know what I'm saying, in the preseason. So they're gonna have to win out and win probably a game or two in the Big Ten tournament.
Okay. Yeah, they are currently, their net right now is a 38. So it's right there right now on the verge of bubble for them. Biggest thing I think is that they're 0-5 against quad 1 teams. So John, me and you have done committee shows at the end of the year when we do our bracketology show. You can't go 0 in these quad 1 games, and then you're 7-0 against quad 4s, right? Talk about soft schedules and such. They gotta put some of these games away. They've got a chance coming up on Tuesday tomorrow if they can somehow knock off number 3 Michigan up in Michigan. It's a tough part of their schedule. I mean, I hate to say it, but
yeah.
You're at home against Nebraska, loss, at Michigan State, loss, Iowa, at home, big loss. Now you're at Michigan, then Rutgers, and then Purdue. At that point afterwards, you only got 9 games left in the Big Ten. So
better win 7 out of 8. You know, at that point, after you get through this stretch, you know, and I think they're, from a youth perspective, Indiana's a year away from being a significant player in the Big Ten.
Yeah,
this is a growing pains for them, and yeah, them getting in the Big Ten, getting slapped around, and then going to the Big Ten tournament can help them grow. But I don't think that anybody's thinking that this Indiana team is going to make the type of noise that the Hoosier faithful would like to see.
and I think when you're, DeVries just got there, correct? So I mean, yeah, I think JB hit it on the head. I mean, a lot of the players that you're bringing in aren't from big time schools, not yet. I mean, we could get to that point, but a lot of them are from mid-major schools. And I think with DeVries, you got to start with that, and you got to continue to work your way up with talent. And you know, we've talked to coaches on our show where it's not a lot of high school talent you bring, especially at the college basketball level. You know, everyone talks about college football and how it's so many transfers. With college basketball, I mean, you can go to the NAIA, you can go anywhere and get talent. In high school, unless you're not that top 5%, you're really not getting recruited by a major D1 program. So I like the hire from DeVries. I thought it was a really good hire. It's going to take time, though, and Hoosier fans are going to be patient. This isn't going to be a Signetti situation that comes around once in a lifetime at times. So I think you got to wait a little bit. You got to be patient when you're IU basketball fans. But I know IU basketball fans don't have that many patience because it's been a while since they seen some success. I mean, the last time I can think of success for this program was probably when Zeller, Oladipo, and Farrell were in there. And maybe I could be wrong, but that's what I remember.
Oh, the last Big Ten title team, yeah.
That's the last time I can remember actively sitting down and watching the Hoosiers every single night basketball-wise. Now I watch Butler and a little bit of Purdue, of course, yeah.
Somebody in the chat said horrible hire, man. And like, man, we can go down a wormhole of who they should have hired. I think at one point Fred Hoiberg probably was out there. It's kind of crazy that even him with being, you know what I'm saying, he played for the Pacers and having Indiana ties. You think, you know what I'm saying, he would have maybe necessarily got a call. Excuse me, Porter Moser.
You were big on Porter Moser.
Porter Moser, who took the
same here.
I think he just took a job in Oklahoma and probably really wanted a job, you know what I'm saying, somewhere closer in the Midwest, maybe Illinois, maybe IU. And again, whatever didn't pan out. So DeVries was kind of like the last man. I don't want to say last man standing. They could have got the homie from Miami, but he didn't necessarily have the resume to walk. He got the resume now to where, you know what I'm saying, Coach Steele will be, you know what I'm saying, be talked about next season. You know what I'm saying, what can you do for us out here in the Big East? You know what I'm saying?
They were really late with Dusty May, like the commenter said, that Dusty May should have been that would have been the home run hire if they didn't waste time with money.
They thought he was a little too early, right? So it's just like in other sports.
I don't know how they
probably better to be a little too early than a little too late.
Yeah.
And they were a little too late on Dusty May. They were probably thinking, is he there yet? I mean, he's from here. I hear JMV talking about Dusty May all the time from his neighborhood, right? And they're from the same hood, right?
Yep.
So I think they fell a little too soon. But I think the Hoosiers need to go Coach Calipari.
Man,
Well, listen, no. Hold on, wait.
Man.
I'm not saying get Coach Calipari.
Clip that. That's the most outrageous thing.
No, listen. No. I'm not saying get Coach Calipari, but do what he did when he went to Memphis. Open up those purse strings and start really paying some of these guys, these 5 stars, to come and take a look. Similar to what Mike Davis did after Bob Knight got fired. You got to go deep into your pockets and pay a little bit of extra for these guys that aren't going to come to Indiana. You got to get that thing built back up. We talk about Hoosiers being a blue blood. Yo, bro, last title, 87. Last significant season was 2002.
All that money is shipping over east of the Assembly Hall.
We talked about that, right?
Right.
But you follow what I'm saying, though, right? But you're going to have – listen, the players of today are saying, "Woo, look at those candy striped warm-ups. I can't wait to play for this school." No, you're going to have to go deeper than other teams to bring that up, and then give yourself a 3 to 5 year deal, and then you can maybe level set it.
That's easy to say. In Big Blue Nation, the rivals from down south did the exact same thing that you're saying, and Mark Pope is on the brink. I mean, he got some. The last 2 games they won. But, couple game, man, they looking at Mark Pope like, "Hey, man, what are you like? We gonna get Patino
maybe
back."
Maybe he ain't him. Maybe they felt it since he was a Kentucky, player, and maybe it's not working. Maybe because it's Pope.
In all these situations, when we talk about college basketball, let's retract. You got to have guard play, and you got to have elite level guard play. You can have great big man play as well, because you got to have somebody block, block shots and rebound as well. But if you don't have great guard play in this NCAA field, whether it's Big Ten, A10, American, ACC, you're not gonna have primary success. The reason why a team like Butler has struggled is that they have offensive players and they got board crashers. There's not a Ronaldo Norad on this roster. There's not somebody that can bring some type of calm from a point guard standpoint to this roster. When you transition over to like Michigan State, they got big explosive plays out of Cohen Carr kid, and they got some some thud hoppers and rebounders, up front. But at the end of the situation, it's Fears who kind of brings them back down to earth. The brothers killing, right now with New Orleans. So you got to have elite level. I kind of concern myself just a little bit with Purdue and the overextension. Not necessarily overextension, man. He's still a young guy. Braden Smith, their backcourt health, going long term. When you talk about Duke, I don't know, man. I don't know if Brandon. I don't know if the point guard play is there just yet. I don't know if the guard.
That was what I was going to say. That's one of the premier programs where I don't believe the point guard play there. I think it's a lot more of that small forward, big man, and that's where I think Duke's going to get in trouble when you get in the NCAA tournament. I know me and you are the Dukies. We're the Cameron Crazies here, a little bit on the side, but
NBA is coming. NBA is coming to Cameron Indoor, buddy.
I know. Here's my thing, and John, we talked about this on our show, and I think D-Cot, we may have talked at some point. The difference, you go out and get a 5-star player and say, "Hey, boom, we've got 1 or 2 5 stars. Let's throw them into our team of the rest of everybody else, and we'll do whatever," right?
Yeah.
Purdue, and you can say IU did that at sometimes with a player or so. With Purdue, Matt Painter, they're not getting the 5-star guys Matt gets the guys that fit his system well and will succeed well at that program with that talent, right? I'm going to get a 3-star, but you know what? He may play like a 5-star with the way our system is. That's what Matt has done to build that program up. Not going out. The one time they did, we know what happened, right? They got Jaden Ivey. They ended up getting bounced because they tried to run it through him the entire time. That's not Purdue's system. Purdue's system is getting 3- and 4-star guys, getting them to play Matt's system and get him to succeed. So I think that's the difference. And if IU can find a way to do that and not just worry about getting the most number 1 or number 2, number 3 guys in America, I think they can be successful.
And I think that's what college basketball mostly is. It's fit. When I watch the NBA and I watch college basketball and I watch high school basketball, I think the NBA and high school are so different to college because two of them are players. It's the best player on the floor. The one in the middle, which is college, is system. What's the best system fit? And, watching even at the NAIA level, it's the same thing. You can have a guy putting up 25 points for you. You can have two guys giving you 20 points, but if you got four guys giving you 15 or 17 points per game, that team is primarily going to win it all because they've got so many guys that can do multiple things and that know their role. So I think for IU, you need those star players here and there, but it's, do they fit your system? Do they fit what you want to run? And are they going to follow that on an everyday basis? Because at the end of the day, that's what's going to win you a national championship. I know a lot of people don't like the UConn head coach, but there's a reason why he's so successful, because he finds guys that are willing to buy in to his system in an NIL world. And that's why a lot of the teams at the top of the college basketball world work out, because regardless of the money, they buy into the system that's at that university.
Yep. John, you had something?
No, man, that would be the team, like Hoffman just said, man, UConn, they not going away, man. They still got All-American up there, Caban. I know I'm messing up his name, man, last name. And then the kid from here, Mullins, he went up there. He looked like he could be Chris Mullen in 4 years. He's not gonna stay 4 years, man. So unfortunately, man, he probably gonna come to the NBA and turn into a Danny Ainge, man. We won't get the full package. Chris Mullen, man. I also, Brandon Reed brought up, he blew the nugget out there saying Kansas is 6, man. I think Kansas they're still dangerous, man. They're Darren Peterson, man. They're gonna unleash him.
Future Pacer.
He said,
Hey,
it's gonna be DeBonce. I'm telling you.
Hey, Brandon, you just funny you say that, right? Because one of the things I was looking at this weekend was just that. How they do these comps. His comp, they say, is almost Kobe Bryant. Listen, here's the thing. We do a lot of the, Harold Miner was Baby Jordan. So let's pump our brakes.
Let's pump the brakes.
But to that point, I've seen this guy play 3 games.
Mm-hmm.
He looks focused, man. He looked Kobe focused. I feel
like every time we do the Kobe comparison, it never works out.
Wade. I give you Dwayne Wade.
I'm passing in if I'm the number 1 pick. Then if that's the case,
I hate hearing the Kobe comparison.
Listen, that's why I got this hat on today, because I'm segmenting, right? When we get the number 1 pick, because it's going to happen, because the NBA owes us from '84 from the Patrick Ewing fiasco.
Okay.
If you're telling me it's Dwayne Wade, I'm going to say no. I'm going to go with AJ or and this is my guy I like more and more, Mr. Wilson from North Carolina.
Okay. Yeah. I mean,
Wilson, Wilson's gonna be 6'9" Kevin Garnett, man. But 6'9" Kevin Garnett, not 6'11" Garnett.
Different game now. Anyway,
I think DeBonta to me is still the guy, the number 1 overall pick, especially in this Pacer system.
Yeah.
With Halliburton, I get it. Peterson is
a
great scorer.
You can't teach that.
It's got to be DeBonta. I'm sorry. It's got to be DeBonta.
You can't teach that. That's what
we're running, man.
We're running, man.
Hey, listen, hey, folks, y'all see this? No. We start talking about our Pacers. Boy, the room lights up.
Listen.
Talking because you know why? Because it's going to happen.
I have a question to pose to everybody here, right? You've got DeBonta, Boozer, Peterson, Wilson, a Cuff from Arkansas, Koa P. Like, those are the top 6 that everyone's talking about.
Yep.
Are any of those guys? Because I feel like when we talk about the top prospects in the draft, especially in the last decade, they usually don't win the national championship. Do you think that changes this year? Because I feel like in a lot of the years, I mean, Suggs is an outlier because obviously, Gonzaga didn't win it. Did Suggs win it with Gonzaga? I can't think off the top of my head. I know he lost. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like we haven't seen a top prospect walk away with the national championship in some time now. And I honestly, as much as I love these guys, it's like, well, I think we're going to get to March and they're going to lose to Tennessee or Vanderbilt or something like that. Because it's March.
If Braden Smith's the number 1 pick, then maybe it'll be the first time. But I mean,
Braden's going to get picked, but he won't.
He will get picked, John. You said he wasn't NBA talent back in the day.
That's back in the day.
I'd have to watch him more and give you. I'll have to watch some more of him and get back to you. I really don't know.
He's bigger in person. He's bigger in person. When we were at New Year's Eve, when we went to the game after the Pacers game, when Grace Cobbs played, he was there talking to the kid from Hamilton Southeastern and went to Michigan State. Braden Smith looked 6'6" to me because we were on the floor. He looked. Remember Isaiah
Gary Harris?
Yeah, Gary Harris. They were talking. I didn't know he knew Gary. Well, that area, but him and Gary Harris are real cool. He came out. He looks 6'6" to me. I don't know what he's listed at, but he looks big.
He's like 6'2", I think.
Brandon,
6'2",
what were you going to say?
I don't know. Maybe it was just because maybe Gary Harris is smaller than him, but he just looked bigger. He just looked bigger to me than I thought he was in person.
Brandon, what were you going to say?
He need to get some Steve Blake tape, man. Get him the good old Portland Steve Blake tape. Learn how to play.
Hey, listen.
No Steve Blake.
Steve Blake
ain't no bum.
Whoa. Steve Blake played in the league longer than his cohort who won the national title in 2002 against the Hoosiers. No, that's not a knock calling the guy Steve Blake now. I do double-digit years in the NBA.
Blake tape, man, for sure.
Yeah, there's no knock. There's no knock now.
I like the Garnett comparison for DeBonsa. If that's what JB said earlier.
No, talking about Wilson.
Oh, okay, sorry.
No, DeBonsa is gonna be like Al Harrington on steroids. That's
Paul George. Paul George. Athleticism?
No.
DeBonsa doesn't have a jump shot yet to me though. He can't.
He's bigger,
he's got a mid range, but everything outside of that, it's not there yet. But I don't know if he doesn't need that right now. I don't think
he can get downhill. He's got the mid. He get to the free throw line. Yeah, you like AJ DeBonsa. Like the top 4 picks. Like even if the picks start winning games in March.
Hey! They're gonna play hard, JB. They're playing hard.
We're winning too many games right now.
We haven't winning stuff.
Listen,
don't be going to winning stuff.
Has anybody watched Houston play? They got 3 guys that you're gonna want. They got 3 guys that the Pacers and anybody else, Toronto Raptors, Atlanta, whoever's gonna want, man. Yeah. So there's a lot of talent.
I want to wing. I don't want a backcourt guy because we got a solid backcourt, and what I don't
replace
happen.
But isn't
a guard? I'm talking about Tyrese. I'm talking about Nembhard, and I'm talking about TJ, that 3-headed monster. If you bring in a 4th guard, he's going to come off the bench, and he might get smothered. I want a wing guy because Ben is going to probably be gone, and maybe another guy as well. I want a wing guy, and if Wilson is anything what they're talking about he could be Len Bias as well too. I'm telling you now. And I've heard. Listen, I've heard it too. I've heard it too. Say that. I'm not comparing him that way because I saw Len Bias at Maryland. I'm not going there yet.
He's very good though.
Yeah. Hey, DK, you want to bring your boy home? He looking lost up there in Milwaukee.
Hey, what's funny?
He can stay home. How about Jay Huff a couple nights ago? Dude,
looking lost up there in Milwaukee.
He had a nice game. Listen, like I told y'all when we start this thing, he's going to regret. This is back in July. He's going to regret going to Milwaukee, and the Pacers are going to regret lowballing. And it's coming to fruition. He looks lost. He looks unhappy. He looks uncomfortable. And it was all because, hey, they gave me this low ball offer, and I'm going to show them. Sometimes, that person you spent 10 years of your life with, they ain't so bad after all, on both sides. I think it was a mistake on both for the franchise of the Pacers and on Miles Turner. And I said on our show, 5 years, they're going to both regret it.
I think, what was I going to say? I think if you're Indiana, I agree. You don't need to draft a guard. And I look at Peterson more as a guard. I think he'll play shooting guard most of his career rather than small forward. And you don't need a guard. I think it is DeBonsa or Boozer because I get it. Caleb Wilson is if you fall out of the top 5 and you can't get Boozer or DeBonsa. But at the end of the day, they're not falling out of the top first. I'm just saying that. But
crazy. Y'all stop
it now.
I think it's DeBonsa. I think it's DeBonsa or Boozer, one of the two. If you don't want DeBonsa, fine. Okay.
Top 4.
But either way,
claim it. Come on, fellas.
Isaiah, the only reason why I say Boozer would probably be 3rd is because the style of play.
I agree
that he is excellent at the NBA. Don't necessarily play no more. You know what I'm saying? He can stretch. He can be a stretch 4. In the old NBA, right, 90s, he'd probably be, power 4 center, no problem. Foot in the paint, no problem. I just don't think that with the style of play.
Half as good as his dad?
I haven't seen the jump. Listen, man.
He came on. He came on, man.
I don't think some of these second-year dudes, he's incredible. He's incredibly more explosive than his dad. But his dad had a great touch with the shot. So I don't know.
I think what is the difference between him and his dad is Boozer can be more of a playmaker all around more than Boozer. When I thought of Boozer, especially growing up, He looked to me more as like, you know, a guy that can work in the post and then a little bit of a lob threat as well, where I think his son can create his own shot, can be more of a playmaker. Now, I do think if we're talking
he's more athletic.
If we're talking ceilings, I think he's probably got the chance of being just a basic stretch four where Peterson and DeBonsa to me can reach an all-star level. Caleb Wilson as well. I think the Boozer does have, from just watching, I think the Boozer does have the more risk of this guy could just be a role player, a Brandon Ingram, a Julius Randle. Like he does give me those. Walk
into 1 or 2 years of an all-star.
He does give me those worries, but being a Julius Randle and a Brandon Ingram who can
Julius Randle
20 points isn't a bad thing. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but I think he has the potential to be an all-star. Don't get me wrong.
Speaking of Julius Randle, you all remember when he was in Kentucky, he was a post player only. He was around the rim guy only.
Now he can do anything.
That's what I'm saying.
He's always at this.
These guys' games have evolved, right? And that's why I don't want a guard, right? And I'm talking about a guy 6'5" or under, right? Because I just think from a wing, the way the game is being played, especially with that bad dude that we've got down there, downtown Indianapolis, named Tyrese, that's coming back. Hey, we getting out going, man. We're getting out going. We're getting up the field, up the court, man. We're throwing lobs. We're protecting the rim with guys with 7-foot wingspans. Yeah, man.
We got breaking news.
I was just about to say, I was like, we got breaking news.
You want to break it?
Go ahead.
All right. Well, the Dolphins have found their head coach. They're going with Packers defensive coordinator Jeff Hafley. I don't know how to say the last name. Hafley? I don't even know. I guess. All right. Hey, it's not the worst hire yet, because if the Titans hire Matt Nagy, I'm gonna go on the show and I'm gonna rip the Titans.
Then it might be even worse if the Steelers go Mike McCarthy. So just be prepared.
That's their homeboy. Brandon, that's their homeboy. Listen.
I told you. Didn't I not tell you this was my nightmare I had?
He says his nightmare. Stranger Things is here. We're in the world of Vecna. We're in the world of Vecna. Stranger Things.
If McCarthy goes to Pittsburgh, book it that Aaron Rodgers is coming back for another
God damn it. I called this like a month ago that if this would be a nightmare if it happened.
Hey, I think
the
coming. The whole playing field is different, and I'm surprised the Dolphins went with this hire because you've got McDermott. Because now McDermott's out there. You've got Tomlin can't coach, but I do think now there's a couple teams that are going to sit and wait a little bit. I think the Falcons. The Stefanski hire has grown on me a little bit, but I'm still kind of iffy about it.
That was so early, though. I mean, you could have waited on Stefanski. No one's beating Stefanski's door down.
If I'm the Titans, hire him. If I'm the Titans and the Raiders, I'm obviously Flores is going to be a contender for these jobs too. But if I'm the Titans and the Raiders, I'm hammering on McDermott now. I'm going for McDermott.
McDermott ends up possibly a Raven too.
Yeah, that's another good one. There's so many jobs that are opened up now. It's crazy.
Less than 100 miles from the crib. I mean, that ain't. Oh no, it's Buffalo, not the Giants.
They need to go back up to South Bend, man. Somebody need to take up another $75 million in bags up to
the Rudies. They're Irish. They got that money.
And tell Freeman, hey man, find another coach in waiting.
20 years in Pittsburgh, he'd have.
We'll even bring Brian Kelly back. So
JB, the problem there is if Freeman has to understand, you have to play your games even when you're not in the playoff. So that's going to be his biggest thing.
That will be a challenge. That's
going to be his challenge.
They'll be all right.
They'll be all right.
JB, I got to ask you. We were there on Saturday. We got to see IU Indy take on Detroit Mercy. Shout out to IU Indy, of course, and as well as Luke Boso, athletic director. Nice enough to see us, get a nice photo with us. Scoring spurts, man. It seemed like right now they were scoring like crazy, 100 points a game when we first saw them early in the season. Yeah. And now they're getting those spurts IU Indy is here locally where they can't put the ball in the basket.
Yeah, just kind of struggle bus on Saturday. They was blowing up the Detroit Mercy out. For the first 20 minutes, I felt like. And then, a couple critical timeouts, man. What you can say, man, is that Detroit Mercy is well coached because there's 15 coaches.
They have 11 coaches. 11 coaches,
What was that post I saw? If you got 12 coaches, you got none.
They got 12 coaches.
Those 12 coaches run against the team. I guarantee they do. 12 versus 12.
So, like, man, just one, the atmosphere at the jungle is always great. We sat behind the, Detroit Mercy's bench, man. You get to hear great interaction from the coaches and the players. You know what I'm saying? We made some new friends in the Detroit Mercy assistant coaching line, man. Yeah, as things got tight.
Didn't Ray McCallum coach there?
3 seasons ago. I think he's at Tulane now. Tulane now.
Mike Davis was there.
That's my guy.
But Mike Davis was there a couple years ago. But man, they got a solid program. They came in, didn't want to lose. With 59 seconds left, one of the assistants told the security bus driver, warm up the bus. You know what I mean? We did have a moment, like I said, man. My guy's little board kind of flew up in the air, and it was almost
clipboard almost hit JB from the head coach when he threw it.
Yeah, the head coach threw his clipboard, and it was almost Detroit. It was almost Indiana, Detroit, Mouse Part 2, Mouse in the Jungle. You know what I mean? But
cool. You need Ron Artest with you, man.
I'm east side, man. Linwood, Sherman Drive, Forest Manor, man. We don't need
Hey, don't forget Cash Barker Center, JB.
Yeah, Brightwood, 7-Eleven, Richard Market Basket. Let's go. Lil Butch, Church's Chicken. What you want?
Hey, we're paid. Hey, man, we ain't getting paid for these sponsors now.
Hey, some of them people ain't there.
Hey, but that's the hood, though, right? That's the hood.
Yeah.
Good stuff, man.
Question for you, John, and actually for everybody. We can go around. I'd like to know. A lot of people charged recently this past week with the points shaving, with the sports betting. John said you need to take away all the prop bets for college basketball. Just take away that. You can keep your totals and all that. But, man, I think I think as the NCAA, man, it's open season right now, and they're not putting certain parameters on a lot of things. And I know there's algorithms that are catching these players doing it, but I think it's a little bit more deeper still than what we just saw with these dozens charged recently. DK, your thoughts when you saw the news break? By the way, mind you, when this news broke, the guy was indicted. One of the guys played the night before.
When I saw this, I said, "Here we go again." And my thought with that is for me is simple. I don't want to take away the prop bets because I don't think they'll take away the prop bets. Why? Because it's too much damn money, right? Money moves the needle. But to that point, from a regulatory perspective, they've got to be better. And if they don't become better, it's going to continue to happen. What happens after every tough game, bad call? What I see on social media, all the platforms, X, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, Vegas made the call. I see that so often now. Vegas made the call. Vegas made the call. People don't have the confidence, but yet they're still putting their money down on the same thing they say is a scam. Now, you don't want to talk about, definition of insanity. You say it's a scam. You say Vegas is out to get you, and you just drop $500 on the scam. So, I until it's a regulatory perspective, I think it's going to continue to happen. But here's what's going to happen. Guys are going to continue to get a little smarter, though. They're going to get a little smarter and a little bit more coy. These burner phones, and a lot of you guys know people all across the country. That's what's going to happen. Yes, it's still going to happen, but I think less people would get jammed up because guys are saying, man, they're on it. So that's what I think is going to happen.
Isaiah?
Man, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not a big sports bettor, but I think with the players and everything else, we see it more and more people the players just being involved in these bets and everything else. I think Daryl makes a good point. I think, nobody's going to stop doing it. I think it's only going to get worse. And I don't know how you particularly change these rules. And because, when you're watching sports, you see Bet Sports 365, DraftKings, FanDuel. It's
on ESPN.
It's everywhere. ESPN. So, I get it. Should the players be betting on their own games? No. Can they be allowed to bet on the Rockets and the Spurs if they play for the Thunder? Sure. I just betting on your own game, I just don't view as correct, because then it's like, all right, well, hey, Daryl, I'm gonna put up 10 points tonight, bet the under or something. It's like, yeah, of course I can get away with that, but you're never gonna be able to police this. Obviously, if people get suspended for it, everyone's got their own opinion, but it's a slippery slope that, quite frankly, just isn't going to get dealt with, because you can't promote betting and then punish your players for betting. I just don't. It's very hypocritical, to be honest. Don't bet on your own game, But how do you really stop that from happening? You can't. So
But you can control that the most, though. That's the thing.
yeah.
That's why they bet on their own games, because that's something that they have a real hand in versus, a hope.
It's slippery slope that active players. So NBA, for instance, active players are getting promos and stuff that you're seeing on these DraftKings. LeBron James putting out his NFL picks for every Sunday in these DraftKings commercials. You're graying the line, regardless if he puts any NBA bets in ever or anything like that.
Yeah.
But
He's saying he supports it. He's saying he supports it. Yeah.
Yeah.
John?
Obviously, talking about sports betting, man, that is a big no-no all the way back to Dewey Williams 100,000 years ago when he point shaved for Northwestern. You cannot put your whatever talent the Lord have you believe in God. I do. You cannot put whatever talent that you were given and use it for, I know it sounds real kooky and real Spider-Man. You cannot use your talent for evil or any ill-gotten gain, man. So, you know what I'm saying? I know they get pep up speeches from the coaches. I know they get pep up speeches, you know what I'm saying, from the ADs and all those other things about being honest, man. What you need more money? You know what I'm saying? You got your NIL, you got a scholarship. Most of y'all are on super senior time anyway, man. Who you know
are they getting their boys hooked up, JB? Are they hooking their boys up? Are they, these players, to your point?
Man,
I mean, you make a good point. Are they saying, listen, let's spread, the neighborhood we just talked about, 25th and Sherman. We got some people we want to take care of too.
There's a better, there's a better way to do that. It's a smarter way to do that. Where, no, I cannot. You want me to miss a rebound? No, I can't do that. You want me to, miss two or three shots? No, I can't do that. Like basketball, remember, we come from at least here in Indiana, man, this is a basketball world with us, man. And like basketball, winning is tantamount, getting yours is tantamount as well. But like cheating or, so that we can get an extra dollar, so they can get an extra dollar, a couple $100, whatever it was like, man, I couldn't, for me, and this is what I would preach is if I was a coach, this is what my coach, if I was AD, for me, we couldn't have that. And, I don't know what they can do. They maybe need to get rid of prop bets, side bets. I don't know, the fandom probably not going to have the betting folks ain't going to want.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. We talked about that before when you went out. Yeah, because that's where a lot of money's coming from, to be quite honest. I mean, you're talking to the degenerates right here. Well, one, but my point is there's a lot of prop bets out there.
In their mind, you betting on assists, rebounds, and steals. So in their mind, that's not stealing, man, but or being dishonest, man. But like, nah, man, people spend their hard-earned money to pay for tickets. There's a lot of people that work these concessions and put all these games put this together. There's a lot of TV, and I get it. You see all this money around, all this stuff. You want more, and how can I share it with my people on the outside? Shoot, man, get them a media credential. Tell them a podcast, something, man. Other than putting yourself in a position where you're gonna lose your credibility. Not only you got some money, but you're gonna lose your credibility to further your career, whether it be on the court or even behind, behind as a coach or whatever, or as a TV broadcaster, man. So like, for me, I wouldn't do it. That's what they kind of need to put. I get it. Money is the whatever, but like, man, no, you want to long-standing career for sure.
Okay. Final thoughts, gentlemen. First college basketball show. We've got plenty more. We got to have our bracketology show and incorporate it with you guys as well. I think that'll be huge there in March as we do it. I'm starting to get everything prepared for my bracket. I always do a bracketology. We always send it into the bracket matrix for our scores that we have for there. So I'll be getting my brackets all set up to be built for top seeds and such. So I'm looking forward to that. That's kind of my final thoughts. Looking forward to it. I'm really excited for college basketball. I'm excited for the end of college football tonight. I know D-Cot's going to be sad after tonight, but don't worry. We're going to spoon feed him college basketball and eating some of that Big Ten love up here in the Midwest. So we're going to be doing that. So
listen, I'm a Big Ten fan tonight. All right, serious, point blank. If it's the Hoosiers, again, just like the SEC, I've only Alabama. Big Ten's only one team. That's Indiana.
Hey, real quick. Oh, go ahead, Daryl.
So to my point, Let's go Hoosiers. Let's win the game. I don't care if it's 1 point or 51 points.
Yeah.
Win the game, but let me take that back. As long as it's 8 points or less, and there's an over. I apologize.
You got to cover.
Win the game, 38-30. That means I'm gonna have a good week this week.
Brandon and JB, I know you guys watch a little bit of racing. Both of you guys do. What are your thoughts on NASCAR changing the playoff format back to the chase? Do you guys like it? Did you guys not like it? I'm curious what you guys thought, because I know you guys watch it more than Daryl does, and I've been a NASCAR watcher since I've gotten into the sport since I was little. I was a Jimmy Johnson fan growing up, and I can't help but be way more excited for this season than I've had in the last probably 5 years.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll date it back when Rusty Wallace was racing.
There you go. Good pick.
For me. Much needed.
Yes.
Just because you don't get your win and your end type of thing,
Yes.
and you get a coast and say, hey, you know what? I'm just going to coast through the season and then get to the playoffs, and we'll go from there. It makes it every race worth trying to matter. It makes Daytona 500 now, and if you look at it a certain way, it makes it look like it is the greatest race on earth to win. You want to win that race.
I think it will finally. I think it'll take back its spot as the most viewed race in America. I think it'll pass the Indy 500 this year with the change.
Oh my!
And if there's not a rain delay, the rain delay has also stumped it the last couple of years.
Yeah.
I think if there's no rain delay and everything starts when it starts, I think it'll take its spot back.
It'll never take over the Indy 500. Stop.
It has multiple years.
No,
multiple years. They traded
I'm
it back
talking this
and forth.
from a history perspective. If you say
I'm talking about TV
if you
ratings.
say racing, there's still the Indiana 500.
Yeah. You got a good point. I'm just talking about TV ratings at the end of the day. But
hey, look, man, don't be hating on Indiana, man.
I'm
Hey,
right.
Brandon,
I'm right.
last part. Best name in NASCAR history, I say Dick Trickle.
That's what I was going to say.
Still Dale Earnhardt, but it's fine. That's fine. Fine with me.
Best name ever, Dick Trickle. Hey, wait till you get about over 40.
How about Cole Trickle? Yeah, that's got to dig you deep if you know who Cole Trickle is.
I do. Yeah.
All right. Rowdy
No,
Bird.
I like the format. I'm glad it's not called the playoffs. I'm glad it's back to the
Yes.
name of the chase. That sounds more NASCAR racing themed. The playoffs was always so stupid to me, so I'm glad it's. I'm glad we're.
I will say this: I'm really excited to see what Connor Zilic does this season. I'm really high on this guy coming in as a rookie. I think he can make some noise and make some noise quickly as a rookie that we haven't seen the likes of in a little bit.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting. It sucks for Trackhouse, right? Because they put Shane in that road course. They put him on the team for road courses for winning your in, and it's like, well, now he could win 3 races, and if he doesn't race well at the ovals, he's not going to be competing for the championship. So, and I guess that's why they didn't go to a full 36 races. Is some of those drivers having their contracts, you have to make the top 16, and they have some requirements in there. So I also don't like that the chase is 16 drivers, but I get it. There's contracts and TV stuff in there that probably made that the way it is. So, but it's going to be fun. I think there's more legitimacy. There's going to be a lot more legitimacy to the champion this year than there has been in years past. Obviously, Larson was deserving this year, even because there's guys that like did the standings like for the Winston
Statistically,
format,
he deserved it.
Yeah, statistically, he was supposed to win it anyways. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully, Hamlin can get the title before he retires in the next.
My
2
last
years.
two with that is on the NASCAR side is I do like the All-Star race going to Dover this year. I think that's going to be unique.
You can beam it up, yeah.
You can do it there. And B, the clash that starts the season, get that shit away from Bowman. Take the shootout back to Daytona.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah, I mean that's a good point. Either do the road course or do the oval or do something or bring back speed weeks. Do speed weeks again like it was in the 90s. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
So, anything college basketball wise, Isaiah, to finish?
Go Butler. Go Butler.
Okay.
I'll be watching them.
JB?
I'm always watching college basketball, man. So, you know what I'm saying? Let the world know, man, it's a basketball world I'm watching, man. But, hey, man, going into this week, Brandon, I'll be watching heavily, man, intently, man, because 2 weeks from now it's going to be the NBA trade deadline. And, we got I don't know about major players moving, but we got some players probably moving, man. So,
yeah,
I'll be on that.
Come on the show, JB, Come on the show.
Perfect.
Talk NBA for sure.
Do you guys want to promo anything before we go?
Tonight, 11:15, college football national championship post-game show.
Oh my goodness.
That is when we will be going live for that. So we will be doing that tonight, and we'll also recap the games from yesterday a little bit as well. The divisionals.
It may be earlier,
I may
11:15,
join
depending.
bed. I don't know. We'll see.
You
Hey,
said
listen,
what?
I got an early start tomorrow, but my drive in tomorrow is about 28 seconds, so I might be okay to run a little bit late tomorrow.
Send me the link. If it's good tonight, I might hop in bed and just do a real quick shout out.
Listen, I'm real talk. As soon as the game is over, I'll be damned if I wait till 11:15 if it's over at 10:45.
JB be on 11:45. Well, I had to get everything ready and
Right. I got a Powerball computer right now.
5 minutes after it's over, we're going to be live.
Pretty much. Yeah.
We'll be live Wednesday for our normal show. Looking forward to that. And we are planning, and we're getting it with the Ball State sports podcast that they have. We're going to be doing a hypothetical Mount Rushmore mock draft of best Ball State teams. So we're going to be drafting our Ball State all-time team here in a couple of weeks. So looking forward to that with Willie Snead and the guys at that.
Don't disrespect Ray McCallum. Do not disrespect
We're
Ray
doing
McCallum.
football, D-Con.
Football.
Well, this is a basketball show. I'm thinking basketball.
No,
We got one more. This is the last night of college football.
My guy,
Okay. I was gonna say I protect Ray now. I protect Ray now.
he just transferred, but DeJuan Eccles, I went to high school with him. He just transferred from Ball State. He was there for 3 years. So
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
We got some names. Lane Bishop is out there for sure. Nate Davis. You know what I mean? We got some names out there. Keith McKenzie. There's some names out there.
That's right. So
Carson Steele.
all right, gentlemen. First college basketball show is a wrap. We'll join again next Sunday. We'll do it. College basketball, we'll do a little preview. We'll try to get a little bit of a routine in of topics and stuff. That way we can be able to chat that in. We'll create a document, Word doc or something for us. So tune in tonight. IU, Miami, go Hoosiers. Good luck to the Big Ten. Good luck to the Hoosiers. Bring home a national championship. We'll see you guys. Have a good night. Take care.
Thanks for listening to the CrossRoads Sports Radio Show. You can find more episodes on iTunes and the Google Play Store. Be sure to like and subscribe for more CrossRoads sports content.